If you work at Walmart, Target, Publix, whatever grocery store, Trader Joe's, it really doesn't matter, and you are fat, don't worry. We are going to fix that. You're going to look like a Greek god by the end of this video. Literally, by the end of this video, you're going to be fucking chiseled. I'm just joking. You'll have the tools to not be fat, but it's up to you to use them. I'm going to make it as simple and easy as possible. What do I know about this topic? Well, I work at Walmart and I have lost over 50 pounds in under 6 months. So, working at Walmart, I've noticed a couple of issues. So, most of my adult life, I've been fat. When I started at Walmart, I was fat. And instead of losing weight, some people do lose a little bit of weight because they do some intensive work. I'm stocking too, so I tend to move quite a bit. Some people lose some weight, so their weight goes down. For some people, like me, it actually went up. What's going on here? I'm moving more and I'm supposedly eating healthier, so what's going on? One of the biggest challenges of working at a grocery store is there is a lot of sweets. There's a lot of foods that you can eat. Most Walmarts have a restaurant, not a restaurant, but like a fast food joint inside of them. It could be a McDonald's, a Subway, a Philly cheesesteak. Like, holy crap, you could, every day for lunch, you could go and you could eat garbage food. So even if you don't eat the food at Walmart, there's a couple of foods that you're probably eating in your diet consistently that is making you not lose weight. So here's the deal. This is you, right? So you got your pants on. This is your nipple. This is your belly button. You're nice and you're rotund. But underneath, right about here, you have abs. The problem is you have all of this right here covering that up. What causes this fat to be in here to begin with? I'm no scientist. From my research and from the very, very smart people I've listened to, the books I've read, the videos I've watched, research I've done, reading scholarly papers, it's hormones. Hormones are what control what is stored and what is taken out. Ideally, we want fat to be taken out. We want it to be used as energy so we can get skinnier and skinnier and skinnier. What is a big factor in this mechanism? Insulin. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Insulin is the transportation vehicle to get the glucose that's running throughout your body into or out of your fat. Now, that all depends on if you are wanting to expend the energy or put it in for storage for later. Now, when I say you, I don't mean you because you don't have any conscious control of this. Your body just kind of does it automatically. When that goes haywire, when you become insulin resistant, how do you spell? Pretty sure that's how you spell it. When you become insulin resistant, your body, your fat cells specifically in this case, and your muscle cells and all these other cells that can become resistant to it, what it does is it takes a significant amount of insulin to be able to do the same thing as it did before it was resistant. So it's pretty much like, imagine you live in a house that's constantly noisy. Every single day, loud shit's happening, your family screaming, yelling, there's construction happening outside. I don't know, the neighbor's beating his wife. What a terrible example. At some point, after months and years, you kind of get used to it, and your mind subconsciously just kind of blanks it out. But if some sort of extra crazy noise happened, like a car crash, like right outside your door happened, you kind of snap back and all those noises kind of flood back into your mind. What's happening is with the insulin When there's too much insulin, there's a bunch of noise. When there's a bunch of noise, the cells, in this case fat cells, start ignoring the noise. And it takes a whole lot more for the same job to get done. So science says that if your body has a high fasted insulin state, now what does that mean? Once you wake up in the morning and you take a blood test, let's say, if you have higher insulin floating through your body, floating through your blood, chances are that is correlated with you being fatter, more overweight. No bueno. So what are some ways we can lower our fasted insulin? If there's a correlation between those two, if there's a link, if there's some sort of attachment, how can we correct this? Lower insulin. How do you do that? So to lower insulin, you want to lower carbs. So this includes sugars, it includes refined carbs, it includes, honestly, for me, I do 20 to 50 grams of carbs a day, and I try to get it as low as possible. I like to eat salads and stuff like that, and those have carbs. Vegetables have carbs. You can't just go around and not eat carbs. Shut up. I spit on you. Lower carbs, lower sugar. I guess I'll put that underneath here too, but I think that's pretty self-evident. Don't drink calories. And here's a big one. Fast. I'm not saying go outside, start running and jogging and doing jumping jacks and somersaults and whatnot. Fasting, aka restricting your eating less throughout the day, having a smaller window of eating. I've done all sorts of different types of fasts. I am a fasting king. I can do it well. I know each and every little intricacy of it. I believe as a beginner, the fast you should focus on is either OMAD or intermittent fasting. What's the difference? When I say intermittent fasting, what I want you to do is skip breakfast, have lunch and dinner in a close proximity, hopefully within several hours, maybe like if you have, let's say if you have lunch at 12, you want to have dinner at about 4 or 5. The closer you put those two together, the better it is, because then your fasted window is going to be a lot larger. Your body's going to have more time to process the garbage that you shoveled into it through the day. Well, hopefully it's not garbage, because remember, lower your carbs and sugar. I mean, eliminate sugar if you can. That's like the best. Carbs you can't avoid because vegetables like spinach, zucchini, they still have it, but definitely avoid potatoes and whatnot and rice. People fucking geek when I say that, but we're trying to lose weight quickly here, okay? You can always go back to eating it. You understand me? Okay. These three steps. Look, the only time we talked about calories was when we said don't drink them. I didn't go crazy on the macronutrients. I didn't say you have to get the scale out. Do you have your scale? Have you weighed your food? Did you go up on the website where you calculate the nutrients and did you all add them together? I didn't do none of that. I just said lower your carb and sugar. Don't drink your calories, aka high carb drinks, high sugar drinks, and start fasting, specifically intermittent, which I think is the best for beginners. The next thing I want you to do is simply, and I'm going to kind of separate this, more protein, okay, and more fats. I'm really highlighting this fats part. Can you see the fats part? Yes, you can. I'm really highlighting fats here. That must mean it's significant. Oh shit. Hey, he really underlined fats. That means I must focus on this. That's fucking right. Focus on fats. Get high proteins, whether it's through your meats or whether it's through vegetables. However you get your proteins, get it that way. Fats, you want to have healthy fats. You want to have olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. You want to have tallow. You want to have butter. You want to have avocados. Avocados is a staple. I have it with my salad all the damn time. Why is fat so important? Let's call back. Let's do a little callback to this illustration. Look at all this fat right here. This is undesirable. We don't want all this excess fat. This is energy. Your body's holding on to this evolutionarily because it's saving it for later. So when your body feels like it's starved of energy, even though it's got all this, but it feels like it's starved of energy, what does it want? Well, when you're thirsty, what do you want? When you're hungry, what do you want? Okay, so it's kind of obvious your body wants that energy. It wants to keep consuming, consume, so it can get that caloric intake to reach that optimal point for homeostatic balance. Big word. I think that just means like, yo, we don't want to go too far one way or too far another. We want to keep balance. Fats. What do they do for your body? Why are they so damn important? I'm not going to go too sciencey on you guys. Fats are pretty much telling your brain, slowing down your intestinal, what's it called, like gastric emptying. It's releasing hormones telling your brain like, hey, we got a bunch of energy in our bodies right now. We should start using that. You don't have to feel hungry. We have adequate energy right here we can use. That's perfect. We have the body right where we want it. So when you combine these two, along with just these 3 simple steps, I'm not asking you to jump hoops. Only these 3 steps will get you 80 to 90% of the way there. Every other fitness guru who's talking about anything remotely close to this hasn't done it, or makes you do all this extra shit. This is distilled knowledge. If you just follow these 3 steps and improve these things in your diet, you will be golden. Bonus tip, electrolytes. Get more electrolytes in, 0 calorie, 0 sugar. Thank me later. That is all. Peace.